This segment is about sweet vegetables, or should I say root vegetables. Root vegetables are anything that grow underground. For example, see, we have this beet. Now the beet top grows on top of the ground. This beet grows below the ground. So that's considered to be a root vegetable. And there's some specific properties about root vegetables that are very unique. One is that they help you to reduce sugar cravings. Now some people say that you shouldn't eat these kinds of carrots and beets and sweet potatoes because they have too much sugar and they're going to cause weight gain. But I don't agree. I believe that once we have the sweet vegetables in our diet, our body begins to not need the alternative types of sweeteners. So I want to show you a few different varieties, different kinds that you can go and try to put into your diet. And you can try it out for yourself. Notice if your sugar cravings are reducing. So this is a beet, like I said. This is my favorite. It's 2-in-1. So we have the beet greens, which you could use as a dark leafy green, and you can also use the beet on the bottom. Now, if you have not ever had a fresh beet, which it took me a long time, you want to cut off the top and cut off the bottom, and then you have the beet itself. Now, with organic beets, you don't need to clean off the skin on the outside. It has a lot of nutrients, so you just want to rinse it off. And with a lot of these root vegetables, you always want to cut them in half and then place the solid section down towards the cutting board, and you just begin to cut little small chunks. Now, one of my favorite ways of cooking root vegetables is to make what's called a baked root vegetable casserole. So you actually take a whole bunch of any kind of root vegetable. Now, I've talked about beets. There's also carrots, sweet potatoes, which this is an extra large one, extra large sweet potato. This is a turnip. So turnips are in this family. You could cut this up and add it to this dish as well. Have a rutabaga. Now, this is an unusually large rutabaga, but it certainly is tasty. A little bit of sweetness. They're similar to a potato / sweet potato taste. So very starchy, sweet, delicious. And carrots. You can also, these are the way they look when they're coming out of the ground. You can buy regular carrots as well. You can chop those up and put them into the baking pan. This is a parsnip, so it's a white, almost like a white carrot. It's very sweet, very delicious. And one of the things that you can do with that as well is you could bake these, you could steam them, and try them out. Now, alternative to root vegetables, we have the squashes, which are in the sweet vegetable family. So this is a spaghetti squash. And spaghetti squash, you cut in half, and when you open it up and you bake it on each side, you put a little bit of butter, maybe a little bit of garlic, and when you take that, put it into the oven, you take it out after 40 minutes, and you have spaghetti. So you take out the fork, go ahead and run through it, and you'll see that inside here makes spaghetti noodles. So you have to, if you haven't tried it, try it for yourself. Then we have a butternut squash, which is somewhat common. And to attack a butternut squash, you have to have a very sharp knife. So you cut them in half, and then you begin to peel off the outer edge. You can use those in soups and stews. You can actually put some squash into this baked root vegetable dish, which is very, very delicious. Sweet vegetables provide the sweet flavor that we're craving. They help us to reduce sugar cravings, and they provide a grounded sensation for us. So I encourage you to go out, look, find new sweet vegetables, root vegetables, and try them out. Enjoy.